Hello and a very warm welcome. You're watching Rajya Sabha TV. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. Here are all the updates related to coronavirus pandemic from across the globe. Around the world now, more than 1.7 million people have been infected with novel coronavirus and more than 1,02,000 people have died because of COVID-19. In the United States, two grim milestones were passed yesterday. The US saw more than 2,000 people dying in one single day because of coronavirus, and that has taken its death toll to more than 18,600. In the US, another grim milestone was cleared because it reached 500,000 coronavirus cases. And the New York continues to be the epicenter of the outbreak in the US. It has more than 7,800 deaths and more than 1,75,000 cases. Meanwhile, the virus is also sweeping through the US federal prison system now. Over the last 3 weeks, 300 cases of coronavirus have been found among the inmates and more than 9 prisoners have died. Meanwhile, the experts on the White House COVID-19 task force say that the outbreak is starting to level off. Meanwhile, churches across the world celebrated Good Friday yesterday, but differently due to the coronavirus pandemic. For example, in Indonesia, the worshippers celebrated Good Friday by live streaming a service. Similarly, in Germany, the worshippers attended a service at a drive-in movie theater with the actual service being played on the radio. Meanwhile, news from Singapore now. Singapore has suspended the use of Zoom app by the teachers. Now it is a video conference tool that was being used by the teachers during lockdown. The schools had been using the app for home-based learning, but yesterday there were very serious incidents being reported. As a result, Singapore suspended the use of Zoom. Zoom video communications has been facing a lot of safety and privacy concerns previously as well, and Taiwan and Germany have already curbed the use of Zoom. In more international news, South Korea has said that it will use electronic bracelets to monitor people who violate the quarantine measures. And there are also concerns over what is happening in Brazil, because in that country, the death toll has tripled in almost a week. The death toll in that country on 3rd of April was 359, and on 10th of April, this figure was 1,056. And with this, the country has become the first country in the southern hemisphere to have crossed the 1,000 death toll mark. Now, the president of that country, Jair Bolsonaro, has continuously rejected the containment measures because he says that these measures actually affect the country's economy. He has also previously rejected coronavirus as a little flu. And he has in fact pushed to lift the self-quarantine measures that have been imposed by governors in several affected states of the country. And Turkey ordered a 48-hour curfew in the country's 31 districts starting midnight. The announcement of the curfew was made just 2 hours before the start of the curfew that led to panic buying in these districts. Now, these districts had already been under quarantine-like measures since last week, but now a curfew has been placed. Remember, in the country, Turkey, there are more than 47,000 cases and 1,000 people have died because of coronavirus there. Meanwhile, aid agencies have also expressed concern over the first case of coronavirus that has now been reported from Yemen. Remember, years of civil war in that country has devastated the country's entire health system. The first case of coronavirus in that country was reported just a day after the Saudi-led coalition that is fighting the Houthi rebels there said that it is going to start a ceasefire because it wanted to prevent the spread of coronavirus in that country. News from China now. China yesterday reported 46 new cases of coronavirus. Of this number, 42 cases were imported ones, and also it reported 3 new deaths because of coronavirus. However, Hubei province, which is home to the city of Wuhan, from where the outbreak first began, saw no new case of coronavirus. Remember, this week, the city of Wuhan reopened its doors after 76 days of lockdown. Meanwhile, a United Nations Food and Agricultural Organization has said that the global coronavirus pandemic could threaten the global food supply. It said that the shelves of the supermarkets are at the moment stocked, but a protracted coronavirus pandemic could put strain on the food supply chain. Meanwhile, WHO chief has warned that lifting of coronavirus lockdown measures too early could spark a deadly resurgence in infections. Those were all the updates related to coronavirus from across the globe. Thanks for watching.